All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, everybody. Let's see about giving this a shot. It seemed like the app I was using was getting in the way, so maybe the app needs update. I'm not sure, but definitely that is a problem. So we're not going to be using the app today. We're just going to be using manual focus and zoom in, zoom out, control the camera. It's not as fun, but we'll get her done. Once again, let's just start this all over. It's a beautiful day here in Silver City. It's 87 degrees now. It was 88 just a little while ago, so it's cooling down. The clouds are coming in. We're going to be seeing a storm here in a minute, so hopefully we'll be able to film that for you all. Let's say hi to my patrons, making this all possible, getting me on the art walk here in Silver City. We got T.C. Hollingsworth, Sandra Scala, Marilyn Whaling, Junior Sim Racing, Jennifer Hudson Gorman, and Boomer League. Thanks again, and let's get on with the show. Now, no commercial, because you're lucky today. You don't get a commercial. But here we are. The painting is seeing and showing and not bouncing in and out and doing all kinds of weird stuff that it was doing just a little while ago. So certainly appreciate you all for being here. Let's, I think I'm going to flip this upside down and work on this upper deck stuff up top. Pretty cool. Upside down painting. So in order to zoom into where I want to be, and I think it's over here, all manual. Look at that. That's full focus. Crazy. Do that. Kind of focus on the cloud itself. Boom. And it should be in pretty good working order. Sorry. Boom. And there we are. We're just going to be doing some squiggles up in here until it makes sense. Which should be never. So, you know, relax. I have this yellow and white over here that I was using the other day. Let's clean out the lid. Try to do more of that. We had 6 people here when the camera was goofing off. Hope you all make yourselves back here. Really appreciate it. I appreciate all the new subscribers. This month has been really good. Not only for YouTube, but just in real life, you know. Selling paintings, selling prints, just getting it together. Okay, so we got some yellow. We got some, oh, come on now. We got some white. I have paintbrushes that I'm throwing on the floor. Let's not do that. Let's not sit on this. It's not even close to being comfortable. Now, I like to, got to get this blue going places. It's all going somewhere. So, let's Put a little bit down here. That is a good consistency, I tell you what. I'll tell you what. We're going to need a lot of white, though. What a mess. Everything's very much of a mess. The artist's way. Perhaps it's just a cop-out. Perhaps I don't need to be messy. Perhaps I'm just lazy. Maybe. I'm not going to rule it out. But lazy does not mean just sitting. Lazy means not doing what I should be doing. Like general cleaning of the area, keeping it clean, having things in the spot they should be in so I can find them easily. None of this is happening. That's what I mean by lazy. So just a dab of blue. And this is pretty white, but that's okay. First brush stroke of the day. You got to take it easy. Don't get too happy, you know. Anything can go down. So what's today? Thursday? That means we got some rust this evening. Last night we did our Western Wednesday. That was a lot of fun. Okay, that's a color that's not there. Huh? Way more white. Now we're just mixing. Boom. I'll end up covering that up. What I seem to have here is a nice offshoot of some sort of violet purple, which we're going to have to work into the clouds themselves. It's pretty much sky color. Here, if we put it up here. See? Brings in that crisp background color, which is pretty nice. Cleans everything up. Pretty nice. Got to be careful. Nice. Very cool. Clean. I like all the blues, but I also like this little clean bit. Just cleans it up, gives it some direction other than slop. Nice. Now if we can get it in the clouds as well. Let's see what it looks like over here. I think we have to let it dry. It looks pretty similar in color. Here, if I put it next to something that's definitely different. There we go. We'll just see how those two look after a bit. Already they look all right to me. So if I were to, want to do more, I could. Oh, it's such a perfect color. Pulls it right back. Appreciate y'all for being here. Guess I should check. Oh, we good. See? Oh, it's so nice. I'll probably clean some of this stuff up here with the same color. Maybe a smaller brush. Yep, it's great. It's great because it carries the light of the sky, and it's not just the other two colors together. It's bright. So, perfect. Makes things shimmer. I just got to keep adding it where there's too much gray emphasis. And it itself is a gray. Look at that. this is all an experiment also. So one that's working out. But every time I try something, if I'm interested in like the outcome and it's very unclear, it's probably the first time I'm doing it. At least, you know, it's always been lines, sure. First time I'm trying to figure it out in the moment. See that? Mwah. That's where it starts to look real good, because we're kind of stacking the lines. And with the exact right color, pulls it off a little wider. See? Every line of meditation, it's all got a purpose. Where to go? Right here. Just clean it up. See, the gray line disappears, the blue line comes out of that area where it all just kind of blends. Au natural, hopefully. Try it again over here. Yes. There's another one right there. Ooh, might have screwed that up a little bit. What does that even mean? Made it look awesome? I might have made it look awesome for a little bit. But that other blue kind of blends them together pretty well. I'm bringing it in both areas. Nothing gets too much emphasis. They're kind of equal. I like that. You certainly want the clouds to be free to dissipate. Yeah. So you don't need to constrain them with much. But they still have weight to them. They're still made up of water. And all the complications that come with barometric pressures and what kind of clouds form because of time and wind patterns and all of it. Mix another dot of blue with some more white. We just ran through that last bit. So it's going to be a little different, but pretty much the same. And just kind of cleaning up stuff. Stacking the paint right there. It's okay though. All the different pieces and parts. Let's just keep on going. Feeling good about it. I hope you all are too. Hope you're having a good week. What did I hold? See, just throwing a little bit of something here and there. Clean the brush. We're going to bring a little bit more blue in. Okay. I am azul. Huh. Kind of running out of room, but I need to work into the sky area a little bit as well. So any shadow is good. Covering that up is good. Look at that. Got a little extra there. I'll bring a little bit of the purple in. All within the light area. Because why not? Think of it like the sun hitting an area that's even inside the cloud, you know, shadowed, but yet a ray of sunshine hits it. That all of it can happen. All of it does happen. See, dark is okay. Because it's dark with light. It has the light. Do you also have the light? This painting is so freaking subtle. So much about it. It's so subtle, I'm literally falling asleep painting it. Think of like rewriting sacred texts, spending months or years
At Wild Art Vibes
copying books.
said, "Hello, beautiful creative people."
I would certainly fall asleep trying to do that as well. Hello and welcome. How are you today? Appreciate you. Wild Art Vibes, I love it. How you doing? Right now I got the painting upside down and we're working on some real squiggly sky. I see you throw down some Wild Art Vibes, I'm guessing.
At Wild Art Vibes said, "Great, how are you doing?"
Oh, absolutely fabulous, thank you. It's a wonderful day here in Silver City. I think we're going to be expecting a great thunderstorm today, which I'm looking forward to. Whoops, I don't want to spill my coffee. Don't do that. So yeah, like I say, we're down to...
At Wild Art Vibes said, "What medium are you use?"
This is acrylic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work on some of this backdrop stuff here, because I have the right color.
At Wild Art
I
Vibes
want to bring in.
said, "Yes, I dabble. I'm in South Texas by the coast."
Nice. Nice, nice. Well, welcome to the show. See, this color is a great color to use for the distant. It's a reflection of the sky. It's the brightest part of the actual sky, so I wanted to work on something. And
At Wild Art
now
Vibes
that you're here,
said,
might as well try it.
"Oh, okay, now I see the whole thing. Looks great."
Yeah, the paintings. Pretty unique. Gotta be careful. That hold your breath moment was brought to you by snacks. Have a snack. Don't forget to have a snack. Let it ride. Yeah. Yeah, throwing some of that distance. I don't know what I did here to screw up life itself, but you know, whatever. Definitely go with secondary. Nice. Really, I'm just trying to bring in the furthest distance with that sky color. But I have to definitely work on some of the highlights here as well. As long as I follow the color variable, everything will work out. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, welcome. I really appreciate everyone showing up, being a part of it. I do this every Thursday and Saturday. Just for the art of it. Look at how much darker that color is. It's crazy. Sitting over
At
here
Wild
in
Art
that
Vibes
bright.
said, beautiful scenery there in the southwest.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I love it. It's so dark, which is kind of cool. I
At
think it'll
Wild Art
work.
Vibes said, what time on Saturday?
Oh, they're always 1 p.m. So 1 p.m. My time. I don't know what. So yeah, Thursdays and Saturdays at 1 o'clock. Today I had a problem with my app. Usually I would use my phone to connect and zoom in, zoom out, and work the camera a little bit. But I was having such a problem with the app, I had to stop the stream earlier today. But yeah, it's always 1 o'clock, 2 if you're 3 if you're in New York, you know.
At Wild Art Vibes said, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate everyone who's interested in art, who, you know. What I do here is just, you can see behind me even, that's a 6 foot by 9 foot canvas. It's going to be happening soon. That one. Soon. Whatever that means. Give me a little tour. 3 years to do that painting. And there's a bunch of paintings, all line work, all stuff. Oh, and then I lost signal. What did I do? Unplug it? What the F? How cool is that? Not. That's crazy.
At Wild Art Vibes said, wow, impressive.
It's just a decade of one's life dedicated to painting. What the hell is... Okay, I got some real camera problems today, don't I? Wow. Interesting. We can't
At
have
Wild Art
camera
Vibes
problems with that camera.
said, I still see you.
Yeah, me, this camera, that's a $100 camera right here. That camera is too much money to be having any issues. If you get my drift. Okay, I'm going to darken this up a little bit with a little bit of blue. Before we head back to the sky, I want to scare up this corner over here a little bit. Shoot. Wraps around the canvas, so. Excuse me.
At Wild Art Vibes said, oh yeah, feel your pain.
The camera better be okay. I mean, it's a great camera. It's high def. It allows you guys to see the lines. If I were to really zoom in, which I was able to do as of last week. I can do it now by hand. I just don't want to get up right now. And I might be bouncing around here enough. So I don't
At Wild Art Vibes said, how thick is that canvas?
This canvas, 2 inches. That canvas over there, only 3. But the big one's going to be framed. Actually, hopefully I frame all of these. They sell for quite a bit more when they're framed. And I don't have to bat an eye. but I have to build the frames. Okay, so, all right, so that's a blue. I kind of want to work on these trees a little bit, give them a little life. So I can zoom into that, let you guys. Try to focus or whatever. Yeah, cool. So yeah, we're just gonna throw some lines on these, give them some light, let the sun shine on them. That's what the sunshine wants to do. And we start to see where it's coming from. You know, the more objects in the painting that display where it's coming from, the easier it is to understand. Obvious. But I like this blue. It's a sky blue, like I said. It's a good blue to use to highlight some of these distant plants. Everything kind of has its own, each plant's got, you know, its own distance and coloration because of how it's growing and what kind of species it is. Okay, so as I come forward, I don't want to keep using the same blue, but it's okay here and there. So I'm going to back up, back down, way back over here. I'm going to clean my brush first. Then we're going to mix a little more white into it. Come back. Too much paint on the brush. Be careful. I no like. So what I'm going to do here is grab a little bit of this yellow. Just, oh, I got to be careful because that is a blue mix and I don't want to make green now, do I? So we're going to grab a little bit of yellow, cap it, put it in a separate dish. Clean brush is a happy brush. Yeah, the whole town's kind of happy or have been greeting me with, oh, I'm happy to see you're joining the art guild vibe. And man, I was really on the fence, but my friend came into town and asked why I wasn't in it, and right then and there I was like, well, looks like I need to be in
At
it.
Yankolson-L9H
So
said, nailed that juniper green.
yeah, I mean, there's some real specific colors that need to go on in these, but ultimate freedom because I've painted so many freaking plants I don't even try anymore to kind of, what I want to do though is even subconsciously just boom, 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 bounce around, bounce around, bounce around. And then what happens is that not only does it become a juniper tree, it's just like nailed the juniper green, you know? And I wasn't planning much of anything. The beautifulness of staying loose. But the grenadiers, hello to you all if you're watching. He liked this one a lot. So he actually gets first dibs on this painting because he was the first one. And then two other people were like, ooh, when you're done with that painting, here's my phone number. And I told them all, I was like, ooh, sorry, but unless he doesn't want it, I have to kind of give it to him. But I told them also the future of how I'm going to do this because I have a website and I think I want to set it up so that when I have these paintings, there are multiple people who want this one, and there's multiple people who want one that's sitting over there on the ground, which I'm stoked about. I've never had this kind of fanfare or interest in whatever the heck this is. So, and by the way, I'm putting yellow into it and then kind of just reflecting the sky and then using it in these four more of it in here in the front here. But yeah, with all the interest in these, I'm gonna have I'll just have them on my website and people can. I'm gonna be blatant and bold enough to say you can show up at this time and bid on it. Private bids. That's crazy. But that's what it takes. Just a crazy idea. And of course, people have to be like, okay, about it. I could have crazy ideas all day, but if no one shows up, that would be stupid.
At
There
Wild
is
Art
one lady
Vibes
across the
said,
street.
yes, great idea.
I mean, isn't it? It's crazy. Might as well. Like, if you can have your own YouTube channel, you can have your own Sotheby's. You just got to have the name for it, and people got to agree. That's really all it is. Okay, so this is perfect. Oh, that's a fine line. You picked a fine line. Is this plant in front? I think this plant's in front, so let's fix that. Can't tell. I can't tell. No one can tell. Yeah, then just the bushes over here need a little loving. Just going with any area that's different. So there's rhyme and reason, whatever that is. Really hurting my neck. Sitting like this, I could belly up better to the bar. Side of the painting needs a lot of love. And luckily, when you just do a little bit of love to it, it goes a long way. Okay, so just some scraggly bushes here up in the foreground. I want to leave some of these. I guess, look at how close that color is to the one from the other day. It's great. So there's, I guess, 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. 4 colors in this painting. Never exceed 5. You can do a lot. 5 colors is insane. Like the amount you can pull out of. Most of my paintings are 3. So this one's a little excessive, but what is different in it is the yellow. Yeah, normally there'd be 3 colors, but this has the yellow. That makes the 4. So up here in the foreground, it's looking pretty good. Kind of stepping back and taking a look as it comes out. Because smallest adjustment makes the biggest moves. So I want more yellow.
At Wild Art Vibes said, so you do use a limited palette?
Oh, absolutely. Matter of fact, yeah, it's wild. I have a soup. So that blue one right there, that's one color. This is my favorite painting I have out of all this whole rooms and paintings and all that jazz. That's literally a dark blue on a canvas. And I just did a mandala.
At Wild Art Vibes said, it's the only way to work.
Yeah. So you can really start with like one color and just pull out, you know, however many shades there is to every different, I mean, all these paintings. The other one that's got people kind of riled up, I guess, is that one behind the tree there. It may have a buyer
At
for
Wild
it.
Art Vibes said, wow, nice.
Is that blurry or what? Boom. There it is. Yeah, so that painting is 3 colors. Yeah, everything's 3 colors. 3 colors, 3 colors. Even
At
on
Wild
the
Art Vibes said,
even on the rocks.
beautiful.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Even on the rock painting, 3. I think it was I wanted to do like 2.
At Wild Art Vibes
but I realized
said,
3 is the
love
ultimate
it.
key to all of it. Here's a 2 color painting. Is this the one in the middle? It's just this blue. Shit, that might be a 1 color painting. I don't really count black and white. You know, black's just dumb. I like to generally make my colors. But yeah, something like this is wild because that yellow. This yellow's insane. We worked on this last week. It probably ruined my eyeballs. Yeah, I was wearing glasses. But sometimes that just does not matter.
At Wild Art Vibes
Look at
said,
that.
night sky with stars.
Yeah, it's called New Moon Clouds. So the trick in that painting that I showed you back there was that, wow, you can actually see a lot of lines.
At Wild Art Vibes said, lol, I mix my black.
Yeah, almost everybody, any art teacher would be like, never use black. That's why I use black. Ah, you can't tell me what to do. But I never use, it's never pure. It's never just black. It's always just mixed. I'll take a clump of black, Mars black, whatever. It does not matter. If I want to go red, I go Mars black. If I want to go blue, I go, or green, I go ivory black. If I want to go, so you pick different blacks, and then you just start mixing colors into them. And I like this liquid. I make this
At
real
Wild Art
liquidy black
Vibes
that's hardly
said,
a color,
"Or
So it's kind of like mixing, but really, I get it. There's no art teacher in the world who would ever be like, and here you're going to use black. No, they want you to be super creative. They never want you to, they're like, you can make black. You can make a very dark, dark, dark color. I mean, this dark, dark, dark. Oh, you can't even see what I'm pointing at. I guess you kind of can right there. Not black, but dark, dark, dark. Anyway, yeah, I get it. I'm with you. Okay, so as an artist, I got to stand back and just chill a minute and not look at the painting. It's part of how you do paintings. I wish I had the focusing. Okay, we got rain. Yay. Oh, that's good, people. That's a nice early rain. Hopefully we're going to see like big time. Big time. Who doesn't
at
like big
Wild Art
time?
Vibes said, "Rest your eyes."
Yeah, you got to rest your eyes. You got to look away from the project, and then when you look back at it, you find any flaws. You find all the stuff. So over here, I have a whole bunch of prints that I have to do. It's prints like this. That's a black and white. Now that's literally just black and white. I thought if I'm going to do a painting with color, I'm going to do a black and white, no color. Sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes I allow the dirty water to direct my sensitive palette into just a little bit. Just a little bit.
At Wild Art Vibes
Yeah, she looks
said,
good.
"Amazing."
She looks good. So we'll probably brighten up some of these out here. I like this. It looks like it just rained. We have Virga in the sky, which is rain before it hits the ground, yeah. So we have that. Therefore, it says it's a wet day, but I really like that we have like a water puddles. It's sunny as shit, but puddles. Pardon my French. I'm trying to work on my language skills. Um, Obviously, we got to work on these. Bing, bang, bong. I have a huge cloud painting I'm starting, which is a lot of fun.
At Wild Art
I
Vibes
almost did that
said,
today.
"I used to only work in black and white. I just
Ooh,
started using color the last 10 years."
ooh. See, that's exciting. Like always with paints or pencils or what? Ink? What are we doing? There's a little bit of clouds. It's a big ass painting. It's just a cloud landscape. So maybe on Saturday we'll work on this one. I just kind of want to get to it. I have people in mind for it. So I'm trying to think of certain people as I do certain paintings so that these people asked me, hey, would you do us a painting? And I said, well, what about these landscapes? Because I don't do commission work, you know. I
At
said, what
Wild
about
Art
these
Vibes
landscapes?
said, both. I mastered drawing in charcoal and pencil.
Oh, word. Nice.
At Wild Art Vibes said, man, it's amazing what you do.
Interesting. I mean, thanks. I think so. It's different. What I'm doing is trying to do something that's relaxed. I think that's where the social value comes in. I think modern civilization and where we're at with the telephones and scrolling or whatever you're using, whatever device you're using right now to watch this, you would be using it to watch general YouTube stuff. Yeah, me too. I don't care, but it's me too. I would also be doing the same thing. And as I'm doing that, I'm like, huh, I wish I could, mellow out. And to mellow out, sometimes you just got to put it down, yeah, and take a
At
walk. It's
Wild Art
beautiful,
Vibes
beautiful.
said,
But
then jump off into paint.
if
I
you're
got a
gonna
ways to go.
if you're gonna
But
be
you
on the
have
phone,
found your style.
you come here and it's a slow meditation of paint. It's a slower thing. It's something for the internet that's different. That's what I want. Uh, then jump off into paint. I got a ways to go, but you have found your stuff. Yeah, that's dude. And it was. I spent 30 some odd years painting murals, trompe l'oeil, all that jazz, everything that is, everything. My first ever painting, right up there. It's called A Storm in Heaven. That's 1997. So my first ever finished painting. I obviously carry it around because, of course. Um, but I've been painting for so many years that like a decade ago, I found this and I've been, boom, doing something with it, and people have been responding. So I'm very lucky, and I'm blessed to be here in front of you all, and I'm thanking you for being here as well, because without
At
this
Wild Art
communicate,
Vibes
it just
said,
gets lost.
love it.
I certainly don't know what I'm doing, you know. So if I was sitting here all by myself, not knowing what I'm doing, yeah, I'd be doing it. Maybe. Maybe I would have done a couple paintings, but I had the opportunity to make it work. And I hope you all do the same. Make it work. Whatever it is, yo. Do it for yourself, for the moment. Like I said, I don't do commission works because I don't like selling stuff, and money just gets in the way. So when people ask me to do stuff, I just say, no, you can look around here. Well,
At
that's what I was
Wild Art
getting at with
Vibes
that cloud painting,
said,
though.
it's your calling.
Seems to be what I'm doing. It seems I've been thinking lately, I was like, man, maybe I've always been an artist, like life after life after life. Because people hand me with a bunch of like, oh, can you believe what's going on in the world? And I'm like, one, yeah. And two, I'm busy. And my blatant disregard for all of it is very artistic. That I'm actually, I actually get to be like, I'm busy. I got 10,000 lines to paint and not think about them. So I can't even think about this work. Otherwise, it gets in the way. If I start thinking about what I'm doing, I can't do it. It breaks the painting. I can wreck a painting real fast. So you see what I did here is I used all the warmer colors, and it's just really pulling all of this foliage forward. The cooler colors pushes all that trees in the back, which is where they need to be to create the illusion. It's a rooster illusion. So you keep in mind the psychology of color, and you can do anything because it's just magic. It's a two-dimensional canvas. It's a flat surface that you are creating 30 miles of depth in, perhaps even, you know, I don't know what's happening back there. It's cowboys and shit. Maybe truck drivers. There's a
At
highway
Wild
back
Art
there
Vibes
somewhere.
said, smiling, right. I get more enjoyment out of painting. Lol the hell with the world while I'm in the zone.
Yeah. It's literally healthy for your body. Therefore, you can walk around the planet sharing a healthy attitude. That should be enough. Just positivity in a world like this is worth so much. Tell me I'm wrong. So, little by little, just bing, bing, bing. Every line is a meditation for somebody in the future, for me now. So,
At Wild Art Vibes said, absolutely.
choosing which of the plants get noticed and which are kind of put in the blur zone. I don't know how to put it. You know, the eyeballs are so good. Human rods and cones, being able to perceive things and focus in on things and blur out some other things. I'm trying to really create that natural ability within this paint. So it's a difficult thing to understand. I think I'm working on trying to understand it. I look when I stare at stuff, I'm like, oh, look at what I can see and look at what my brain is focusing on. And then I can change focus to different things. And then it becomes this a beautiful landscape of even objects where I'm like, oh, look at that, look at that. So we got some good brightness over here. I like what's going on here. It's kind of juxtaposing, I guess, this plant right behind it. And then the brighter back here, which if I was to be true to myself and life, I'm going to put some yellow in. Because it's not a strict world, you know? When you start to see that, yeah, sure, oranges and reds are all the stuff focuses in, but many times something blue is very in front of you and something red is very behind you or in back of that. So you have to deal with that. There's no real set thing except the chaos of life and the use of bird poop. How it flows in the wind and lands. It'll land. It'll collect. It'll spread itself out naturally. Everything that happens. Ooh, there we go. I need some right up here, maybe. That's way out of your guys' viewpoint here. Let me. I know I said I'd go back to the sky, but I really have a problem with the sky. There might be some cool things happening to the sky. All right, so
At
what we're
Wild
going
Art
to do
Vibes
here is I'm going to put a
said,
little bit up here.
I have 27 years as an interpreter for the deaf at high school level, then 8 years over the road truck driver cross country.
Oh, nice.
So I could see all the scenery across America. Now I'm ready to paint.
Oh, it's wonderful.
At Wild Art Vibes said, everything stuck in my head from what I have seen.
Nice. We had I had an art gallery in 1990, whatever, what was it, 96, 97. And in this art gallery, one of our shows was the School for the Deaf and Blind. Now, the comedy of the deaf and blind culture was absolutely beautiful because, let me explain, the deaf people made wind chimes, and the blind, and it was all clay, and the blind folk made photograph frames. So the irony was not lost on them. And as a matter of fact, that was the only 840 art gallery show where we sold everything out. And it was awesome to be a part of that and to see the comedy and of it all. I could only imagine people sitting around communicating back and forth with, what they're doing. I loved it. Yeah, I wanted some of this yellow. See, a lot of this is water, is how I like to explain it, where everything's made up of water and it reflects. So it's all very useful. To use the same colors as you would see around. I think that's a thing. Yeah, it was a Tucson school for the deaf and blind, by the way. Great, great, great school. So happy we worked with them on a art project. It's not quite bright enough, or it just has to be a little bit more. That's all. Más influencia. I love the thunder clapping in the background. Okay, where is some of this? Right here? Obviously. What else we got right here? Duh. How about here? So right now, all on a straight line, very sunshiny. How the sunshine likes to work. You will see a lot of that happening in my paintings. I pretty much explain it as the sun is rising and we're starting to see different things as it comes out. That's what we'll call it anyway. Literally, the more lines I put, the better it is. So the wow factor of these paintings and the colors and what I'm representing or what I'm showing is balance and so on and so forth. Well, I am very happy that you are now doing painting in life, having that kind of freedom and time and will I thank YouTube a lot, because if it weren't for YouTube, there would be a lot of days that I wouldn't want to show up. But because I feel that there's a responsibility here to you all, it helps me show up. It helps me, you know, just be a better, be a functional artist. I don't know what that's called. I don't know what's better. Nice. See, now it just starts to slowly turn into a three-dimensional object. And I ruin it. Then I go back and fix it. Then I ruin it. Just keep going back and forth, yo. Need a little more yellow though. Cool. And we're just trying to I'm popping this plant away from that plant, which is away from that
At
tree.
Wild Art Vibes,
It's all that jazz.
said, it just keeps morphing till you get what you're aiming for.
Yeah. Basically. Until it shows the balance I need. And then I look away, I step away. It's like, ooh, there it is. There's, you know, you can see it. You can actually see all this work that I did right here, right now, which just kind of like just pulled it slowly off of the canvas. That's all I'm looking for. I just need these things to pop out, pop out, pop out, pop out, pop out. Get alive, you know? So I'm going to leave this alone a little bit. I think, well, then I just start looking at that and I'm like, hold on. Let's get a couple more in here on this side. And I have ruined many a painting. Part of the process is ruining the painting so I can fix it. I'm taking breaks. I need to take a break. We can get back to the sky, I guess, but I'm going to back it up. Wish I had my phone app. Sure would be great. Okay, just take a breather, drink some water. I wish it would rain. It kind of started to, and I was excited. You may have heard it in my voice. I was super excited. Oh, that was clever. I'm just seeing if it would follow me. Hey, camera followed me. But yeah, pretty chill day here in Silver City, considering thunders are roaring. I'm hungry. Maggie's sleeping. She's dog tired.
At Wild Art Vibes, said, tracking you, that's cool.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, my ugly mug camera, is what I call it. It kind of makes it feel like someone else is in the room caring. Yeah, we got some Virga here. So a little bit of rainfall, not quite reaching the floor. Basically, I got to get in up here more. And we're gonna pull that so it just lightens up into that. And then also back here it needs to go that way, which then goes into that. The yellow and the blue's got to mix, as it does kind of right there. Well, there she is. Hello, welcome. How are you? Don't be scared of the thunder. Are you scared of thunders? Why would you be scared of thunders? No way, Jose. No way, Jose. Hi. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. This is Maggie. She's a good girl. Yes, she is, isn't she? She's a good girl. Unless she's chewing on my stuff, and then she's got some work to do. She's got some learnings, which I just make her
At
feel
Wild
better.
Art Vibes said, I tell others all the time, yeah, me, myself, and I had a meeting and we decided to do it rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you got to have a meeting.
At Wild Art Vibes
Get her done.
said, nice to meet you, Maggie.
Maggie. See? Maggie, people love you. People love you all the time. How do they not? She's going to be 6 months old here on the 19th. Just a stinky puppy, huh? You smell extra today. I don't know what you've been in. Probably the dog park, huh? Don't be ashamed of it. Be proud. Be proud of your stink. Just take a break. Take a breather. Take a look. Look away. Have a snack. Let me get a snack.
At Wild Art Vibes said, she's beautiful.
She is, man. She's
At Wild Art Vibes
she's a new.
said, own it, honey.
Own it, honey. See? They're telling you. You just be like, I stank today. Today is the day. The other day, she was so cute. She like I've been giving her baths. See, I've known her 2.5 months. So in that 2.5 months, she's up to, what are you at? 7, 8 baths, somewhere around there. But so she's kind of getting used to them enough where the other day she just gets in the tub and looks at me like, "What's up?" And I'm like, "Really? You want to get?" And I kind of prepped the whole shower hose thing, and she was like, "Yeah, let's do this." And I gave her a bath that she requested, and I thought, "Wow, that's pretty cool. That's next level dog."
At Wild Art Vibes said, ha ha, okay, dad, do your thing.
Okay, we got good yellow up here. Let's see, this whole thing is like a sheet over the sky, right? But up here, you can see up through it. There's some breakages, so sky, sky, sky,
At Wild Art
clouds.
Vibes said. Later you will be in the shower and she will show up and say my turn.
Yeah. You're a good girl. She's just staring at me. Yeah, this is really, really, really bugging me right here. But I'm here for the challenge. You get it? So, see, I do that. You hold your hand up and then it tracks you again. I don't know why it stops tracking me. It thinks I'm ugly. What are you going to do about that? Computers don't like me. That's not true. Computers love me. That's not true. So just seeing it, I have to mellow it out. And we're back to where you showed up.
At Wild Art Vibes, said. So what you thinking for the sky to help?
Well, what it is, it's my ability to blend. So you can see here the blue. Oh, I guess you can't see the blue there, can you? Wrong
At
way,
Wild Art
Corrigan.
Vibes, said. Yup.
Wrong way. Again, I don't know how to use a camera, so I'm cool. You guys cool? Okay, try it again. Yeah, so the blue here. All I need to do is bring this light blue into there and this dark blue into there. I will not bring any dark blue into there first. So the whole rest of today will probably be me just pulling the lighter blue and mixing it in there. I already cleaned up a lot of lines. That was like the very first part of it. And now it's literally just, it's kind of, again, sunrise. This is me screwing up, or not really, but setting the tone for that part of the sky. Now, the tones needs balance. That's all. That's a great way to put it. Now, dog on floor. Dog could move. Come on, Maggie. Get up. Good girl. Thank you. Yeah. And so I have the blues that I had earlier, which is perfect. One dollop of blue and a whole mess of white. Mix that up. Make sure the brush is staying clean. It's just a lot of light, light, light blue. And then, again, optical illusions. All I'm doing here with these paintings is, tricking the eyeball. And you can go back into the painting as a viewer, and your eyeball will be tricked again. Because of all the other lines around whatever you're looking at, it affects what you're looking at. So many times have I used a color where it would change so rapidly from one area to another. And it's the same color. And it's only because the fade in the background. So that's very important. Light. I do believe I wanted to paint over this one. It's a wild color that I thought was the right color, and it turned out to be the wrong color. But you see, I didn't fret. I didn't worry too much. I kind of I lightened it up, kept going with it, which helped with the balance of it. If you have something broken, just break more. And everything starts to look real normal. I'm not saying physical objects. I just hope it stays focused for you.
At Wild Art Vibes said, yup.
Cover up some of the dark. It just starts to balance it out. See? Nice. And I'm allowing those little dark lines to poke through. Great. I just didn't need that much.
At Wild Art Vibes said, I'm on iPad and it's blowed up 3x and I can see all those lines. Amazing.
Oh, nice. Cool. Cool. I mean, as we're not short of lines. And really to, water, pushing the atmosphere, allowing it's pushing. Everything pushes on each other. However, also folds. So keep in mind we're folding and pushing and pulling, and we're just trying to feel it. We want to feel the whole. You're walking, I'm swimming through life, Swimming. So, do you see the world this way? No, don't be ridiculous. But do you feel the world this way? Now we're talking. You know? What is happening?
At KP_Nation said, Good afternoon, Mr. Space.
Well,
I
hello,
hope all is
hello.
well, good sir.
KP Nation in the house. What's up? All is well, bud. How are you? How are you? Welcome. How is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness going on for you? It's just a pursuit, man. I'm toning down my artwork. Mwah. Making it feel more electric. I think that also helps with the semi covering up of lines where it just like it pops. It just pop, 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 and your eyes don't have any real
At KP
way
underscore
to take
nation
care of it.
said, how often do you get customer requests when they walk in?
I mean, once a month or so. And then I have to tell them I don't do that. For instance, the cloud painting that we're going to work on probably Saturday. I have clients or just people who live here in town who invited me to their house. They wanted to show me what that was under construction and kind of like what the vibe was of their house, which it had a vibe. It's a floating house, you know, it's on stilts. So you have the desert being able to just live up underneath and everything being able to just be very peaceful out there. Anyways, I was like, well, you know, they wanted me to do a painting. And I'm like, well, I don't do commission work because that breaks the art. I said, but you know, you like anything that I have? And they were like, well, they don't really want a landscape painting because that's what they see, right? So in that fashion, I'm like, okay, so what do I do? What do I do? But he said, take a year, take 2 years, take 3 years. It doesn't even matter. Just do a painting that you can think of that would fit here or here, you know? And I'm like, oh, cool. You know, that's where the art is creative. And that is where my clouds come in. I think that will be a great painting like at the end of a hallway, a real long hallway, and just clouds, maybe not, maybe it'll be rocks, maybe it'll be bark. But this is the how I do what you asked about people requesting to do work is I just think about them, think about their interests, and I'll do like 3 paintings for them. And if they want one, they can buy it. If they don't, someone else is going to want them. It seems. It seems that's how it works. So customer requests are minimal because I shut them down. I'm like, you know, well, you don't like my paintings? I actually had a guy, one of my paintings, he says, hey, if you put more lines in it, I buy it. And then I had to tell him, I'm like, that's not how this works, you know? The art is done. I said, what I will do though is I'll paint 3 other paintings and I'll think about you when I paint them. And that's not creepy. Don't think of it as creepy. Think of it as endearing because I really enjoy his artwork and what he does. So I got a chance to like kind of just think of him, you know? And anyway, a year later, he comes back and he buys 2 of my paintings. And the third, he buys 3 of my paintings, to be honest. But one of them is that painting where he asked more to put more lines on the year before. And I said no. So I don't know what's going on, you know, but I think standing up and not doing requests is huge. I used to do requests, you know, I used to be a muralist. So I kind of muddied up that area a little bit, which is boo. That's what I say to that. But I'm kind of listening to the rain fall, and it's wonderful. That's Maggie throwing around her deer antler. I got her a deer antler for chewing. She loves it. She loves tossing it around on the ground, making noise, letting me know that it's time to do stuff. Even though right now it's raining outside, Maggie. I don't know what your plan is, but I think it's to go play in the rain, which is something she's into. I love that. I don't like a sopping wet dog, but I love that she is interested in having fun. So a lot of these lines I can't even see as I put them on the painting. That's insane. So sometimes I come up here and just do one so I can see the darn thing. But I know they're going. I know they're going on. It's just that they have to dry. Ooh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's make it a little more blue. I'll come at it like a with a whipped cream charger.
At Wild Art Vibes, said, it takes the fun out of creating. On commissions, my experience is half like it, and the other half want you to change things.
I can't. There would be no way. Yeah, it's a
At
power trip at that point.
KP_Nation, said, have any cities you've lived offered you to do a Merrill for them? At KP_Nation, said, heard that thunder.
I won't do murals anymore. I spent 30 years doing murals for buildings, mostly private, never a city adventure. I never carried the insurance that would cover the thing. So Arizona is a right to work state. That means you don't, good luck. You can hire me if you want to. So when I was in Arizona doing murals back in the 90s, I was doing so many murals, actually. Hang on. I was doing so many murals that in the 90s, Tucson was like, all right, no more murals. They didn't want that kind of town. They were trying to get away from that real Southwest shit. Because, in the 90s was all about Phoenix. And what Phoenix was doing was, moving people there because of whatever Phoenix has to offer, job security. So Tucson didn't want this like real barrio kind of town until like 2005, maybe 2010, somewhere between there. They started to go deep with big murals, and there's a couple real good muralists who have been who do all the work. Joe Pagak, I think that's his name. He's from Flagstaff, and yeah, it's amazing. The colors, it's this, but tortoises riding unicycles, on giant on buildings, and big birds, and beautiful, and just like wow, you're like, you picked the right colors, Yeah, so I used to do a lot of murals. Don't do them anymore. I'm thinking about doing this to my building outside. And what I've imagined recently, imagine this. Same color, even the same sheen, but literally what I have is I painted my building 5 years ago, so the first part is faded. And what I would do is just go buy the same color, same sheen again, and then do this line work with a 4-inch brush all on my building. right? So it's the same color, same sheen, but it's really glossier. The new color would be glossier than the old color because the old color is faded. So I was thinking about doing that, just coming through my whole building and just doing this crazy line work, because that'd be wild. I'd like that. I'd like to see that. It seems wild. What time is it anyway? This dog's freaking out. She's grabbing stuff. 3:18. Dude, you got 2 hours. Suck it up. She's like, yeah, you got 10 minutes before I deuce up on the floor. Take a big potty break right in your bed. And you know what? She's probably right. I don't need potty breaks in my bed. I don't need deuces on the floor. I could just take her outside, enjoy a little walk. Not raining hard, and we'll probably be able to, I don't know, take a walk without her getting super soaked. But, we came here today. I want to thank all my new subscribers. It's really a great feeling when people are supporting art, especially not wild art. I wish I was a wild artist, made cool characters on spray cans, and you guys were like, wow, look at that, this guy's cool.
At KP_Nation
This isn't about
said,
being cool.
is there a coating you can put on a painting so it doesn't fade fast?
Well, bro, 1997. I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about that a lot. And as a matter of fact, that painting is sitting by a window. So acrylic is not real paint. Acrylic is plastic, yeah? Can we agree? That it's not real paint, it's not actual paint, what people want paint to be, minerals and oils. No. Acrylic is plastic. Now, that painting I just showed you, which was 1997, still doing great. I even have a one better with these paintings because, as you can see, it's just lines, right? And if it's just lines, then I'm literally laying the plastic, I'm going to say it, I'm laying the paint down in a tubular fashion. So I'm rolling the paintbrush and I'm laying it down on the painting. Then there's no blend. The blend is where the danger part happens. It's thinned out. It has a lot of UV unprotected chemistry there. The rolled on is very sharp. It's very deliberate. There's a difference there. But to answer your question, there are products, sometimes I use them. I had a painting that I had to spray because I used all these different kinds of acrylics and they had different sheens. So in order to get that mono sheen feel, yeah, I used this real expensive clear coat in a can. I think Liquitex was the company that makes it. But it was like $30 can of spray paint. But you think, I sell these by the inch. So anything, it doesn't really matter. The $30 can of spray can is insane. But if I can coat a whole painting with it, it doesn't matter. It's not a loss. I guess it's loss, but it's not a real loss. Okay, I guess it's a real loss. You get it. It's covered in the cost, I guess. That's if I sell these paintings, you know. That also is a big if. But actually, what am I saying? It's a lot easier these days than it was 9 years ago when I started. And even when the first guy bought one of my first paintings, and that's what it's all about. Is that just glitch? I saw a glitch. Look at that Silver City. Can we talk about what a day it is? Boom. Silver City, New Mexico. Welcome. I'm one block to the left. See those people walking that way? I'm, oh, well, I guess I'm 2 blocks from that corner. Let's thank my patrons, T.C. Hollingsworth,
At
Sandra
Wild Art
Scala,
Vibes
Marilyn Whalen, Junior
said,
Sim Racing,
"It was nice hanging out and watching
Jennifer
you
Hudson,
paint and
Gorman,
explain your process.
Boomer League.
Amazing style."
I appreciate you, Wild Art Vibes, KP Nation, everybody who said hi in the chat. You guys are wonderful. We'll see you all in the next one, Saturday. Of course, I'm playing video games tonight with the boys, so that'll be at 9 p.m. If you're not a big gamer, it's on another channel. Don't worry about it, but there should be a link in the description as well. I want to thank you all very much, and enjoy your wonderful Thursday afternoon.